All work at a height of more than 100 centimeters and above the terrain floor, as well as other places on the building site and on the construction site from which you can fall, must be fenced with a solid protective fence height of at least 100 centimeters. Who can work at a height? Work at height can be performed by workers who are qualified to work at a high height, who are professionally trained for the use of personal protective equipment against falling, and workers who have been found to be able to work at a height on a previous periodic doctor's examination. With the hierarchy of control, it is important to eliminate the risk, control the danger, and protect employees. Before commencing any work at the height or depth, it is necessary to predict how to rescue an employee who would fall from a height. Rescue must not be complicated and risky. The rescue plan is to be foreseen by the immediate head of work. Division of personal protective equipment systems according to the working technique with the equipment includes restricted access, working position, and stopping the fall. Technique with equipment that prevents worker access to an area where there is a risk of falling from height. Positioning is a technique of working with equipment that adheres to a person in such a way that the fall is prevented or limited. Stopping the fall is a technique of working with equipment which, in the event of a fall, stops the person in such a way as to avoid a strike on the obstacle. After falling, the person stays suspended on the equipment system, and after each fall, a rescue is required. Belts and harnesses have to have the elements listed below. There are two general categories related to elastic rope characteristics. These are static and dynamic. The length of a safety rope needs to be determined in order to prevent impact when falling from a height. Scaffolding can be defined as a temporary structure used as a supporting structure for human or materials at a certain height. The three most commonly used types are fixed scaffolding, mobile platforms, and folding scaffolds. The number of workers on the building site who die due to falling is far greater than any other cause of the accidents in the modern industry. Safe work on a scaffold is not art. All that is needed is that the worker is compelled to comply with safe work practices. 60% of deaths are related to drops up to 5 meters in height. Employee responsibility means being cautious, reporting any risky situations and incidents, and not disturbing work and not abusing protective equipment. Mobile work platforms are used as work equipment for temporary work at the height of the interior object or out of the building. The height of the work platform depends on the construction and instructions of the manufacturer. On mobile work platforms and scaffoldings, there must be a structurally defined internal approach at multiple levels. Connecting mobile platforms with one another or with objects and components is strictly forbidden. Installing the lifting equipment on a mobile work platform is also forbidden. On a mobile work platform, it must be mounted on all sides of the side protection. In the event of a disaster, for example a thunderstorm, and after completing the work, secure the overturned mobile platform. Facade scaffolding must have the following: frontal protective side, handrail, middle protective element, full edge protection, flat floor, backbone support, and a pad on the bottom. It is necessary to mark completed and tested scaffolds. All workplaces must have secured access. Steps must be set if large quantity of material is being transported through the access. It is at a height of more than 10 meters, and if it is necessary to install a ladder as a gateway only from the inside.